So, I am going to do something I don't normally do, which is go live with an actual announcement that I'm going live. So, I'm going to be sharing links so that people can join. This is going to be very odd while I'm taking a few minutes to swap things around, get to where I need to be. Okay, so we're live. That's good. I'm just being really quiet right now as I'm setting up the, how do I don't want to see my past broadcasts. I want to see the actual, because it opened in the app. I just want to go. No, stop going to the, anyhow, sorry, this whole sharing while I'm live is weird to me, so, I'm just not used to sharing my streams while I'm actually live. I just want to see the blasted channel. Okay. Alright, so unlike most, I don't have a nice, easy... Okay, good, that does go straight to my channel. Unlike most, I don't have a handy dandy setup of stuff. Honestly, I get pretty nervous doing all of this. The fact that people might actually be watching means, yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to get my chat up on my phone, because that's where I want to do things, but it keeps trying to open in the blasted app. I really don't want it to. Not do things. So you guys are trying to open it up. There. Okay. So, sharing that. Sorry you guys aren't actually getting to see anything. It's just me trying to get this working for the moment. Okay, I think that's gonna work. Ooh, oh no. Sorry, that was... Okay. Sorry about that. There we go. Alright, got all of that. Okay, So for anyone who is viewing the stream came from one of my links, I did mention that I am going to be discussing at least partially my life as a trans gamer. So I'll try to talk about that in between the actual quest scenes and things. We are going to be... Let's see. We're supposed to be finding where Skavik's Rendezvous Point is. We've also got a few other little things like securing the landing zone, finding Vimset, but most of those we can all do in the same locations. So, okay. Let's get started. So, I guess the first thing that I should mention as part of being a trans gamer is the fact that my name, Mason, actually came from one of my D&D characters. From, well, actually Shadowrun, not D&D. I had a character that was kind of a wish fulfillment character. They were, tough and strong and fairly androgynous. I was still living as a woman at the time. I had known my whole life that I was male, but I didn't know that trans men existed. I had only ever been exposed to the concept of trans women, and that was in a very brief, maybe 10 minutes that I got to watch a video on PBS before my dad came in and told me that all trans people were horrible pedophiles, etc., and made me turn the show off. But all they covered was trans women, so I didn't know that trans men existed, and thought that I was just this horrible, broken thing. This is a fairly common experience for trans people growing up, but I just didn't know that I could transition. I just knew that I'd always felt like a guy. I preferred to hang out with the guys. I preferred to view myself as a guy, but, so I'd made this character. Their name was Mace Marshall. Wow, that's an old name that people haven't heard for a very long time. If anyone ever's heard it beside me. Anyhow, Mace was, they were ex-military in Shadowrun. They'd been experimented on by one of the big corporations. They were an excellent shot. That was their key defining feature, and they had incredible luck. But they also were pretty dang masculine. And, a lot of my friends just started calling me Mace because, it was my character, and it just felt right. And so I started looking into things and went, hey, Mason is the masculine form of Mace, effectively. And it just seemed to feel right for me. And so I ended up taking the name Mason because of that. And later on, after I had finally come out as trans to my folks, which did not go too well, admittedly, I asked at one point what my mom would have named me if I had been born if I had been born a cis male instead of a trans male. And she said that she would have named me Nathan. And so it just kind of seemed like it really did fit and it really did work that I was supposed to be Mason. So, ta-da, there's our name. Okay, next, this I believe is where we're finding Vimset. Oh no, we're slicing security terminals. Never mind, okay. So there was one. Okay. So, more about being a trans gamer. I am very lucky that my friends that play D&D with me, or did before the pandemic, we are going to get back to that once everybody in our group is vaccinated, but we're just holding out until everyone is, because, of course. But my friend group, they all met me first through my D&D group, at least, through my spouse, who, was very open that he was married to a man, and that the man just happened to be trans, and so they all knew before they ever met me, and so I really didn't ever have the experience of being rejected by, like, my D&D group or anything like that. I did, however, back in my days of WoW, I always, I presented myself as male. Well, eventually I had to come out as a trans male, for various reasons, but mostly because I was tired of, of presenting as someone who was cis when I actually wasn't. I had other things going on in my life that I wanted to be honest about, because everyone, by that point, I had had my kids. And, everyone thought that either they weren't biologically mine, or they weren't biologically my partners, because, we were both guys. And so it was very much a decision that I made to finally come out as trans, so that everyone realized that, oh, they are both our kids. Because for the longest time they thought that we had used a surrogate and adopted. Which, cool, but not the actual case. I still sometimes refer to my dead name as the surrogate parent for the twins. But I just wanted people to finally know what was really going on. And when that happened, I actually did lose more than a few friends in my guild that I ran. Well, actually, I wasn't running the guild at the time. I was in a different guild, but I lost several of my friends from that group. I was accused of being a pedophile. I was accused of being a sexual predator. A lot of things. I was told I was going to hell. And so, much as I wish I could say, oh, well, transphobia doesn't really exist in the MMO communities, it does. And, even sometimes people don't give me guff because nobody realizes I'm trans generally when I'm playing in an MMO, unless it's someone who already knows me. I just present as male because that's who I am. But even in, like, the general chats, you'll often see comments that are highly transphobic being made, and you gotta make a decision. Do you want to out yourself as trans as part of explaining why those comments are wrong? Or do you want to just, argue against it and have people go, well, what's it matter to you? Or do you want to actually, just let it slide? And most of the time, I don't let it slide. I will call it out, and it's gotten me pretty attacked in some cases because of that. But what if there was some kid who was like me when I was a teenager, who knew they were trans, but didn't know how to defend themselves? What if they were viewing it and seeing people just laughing off those awful comments being made about them? They need to see as much as anyone that no, they matter, and people will defend them. And so that's why, and I've been known to out myself. I'll be like, hey, I'm a trans guy. You want to actually learn, I can help. But if you're just going to sit there and say awful things that are lies about trans people because you don't want to learn, then that's on you. But I'm not going to stand here and just let you do it. I'm going to argue about it and tell you, what the actual existence is like for people like me. I'm not going to just let it slide. Not like I used to. Admittedly, Star Wars The Old Republic, the game I'm playing right now, is one of the ones where you see those comments a lot. I hate to say it, but there's an awful lot of, Nazi apologism in this game. Not necessarily from the game itself, but from people who have misinterpreted what the game is really about and are viewing it as the Empire being the good guys, things like that, which they're most certainly not. But it happens, and people will always... There will always be some people who are going to choose the dark side, effectively. And I mean, you guys have seen me playing dark side characters that make dark side choices. And I've actually discussed how difficult that can be for me a lot, because it's not my natural inclination to play those kind of characters. But at the same time, I want to show the facets in this game more than just I'm going to always play the good guy for my viewers. So, but you see those kind of comments a lot more in Tor. You see them in WoW sometimes. I don't really see them when I'm in Final Fantasy 14. I don't really see them when I play Guild Wars. Every now and then you see them, but not nearly as often. Okay, we're going to do a cutscene and then I'll get back to that. Well, it's about time. Do you have any idea how long I've been sitting in that cell, Republic dog? Now get me out of here.
You got a funny way of saying thanks.
If the Republic wants gratitude, they should show up for the meeting on time. So are we going to get out of here now, or what? Honestly, because he's being a douchebag? But he's so useful to the Republic, damn it. See, this is the hard decisions I have to make. Guy's a jerk, he deserves to get shot. But he's useful.
Get out of here.
That's right, you know your place. Yeah, he deserves to get shot.
I'm already starting to regret letting you go.
Well, I don't like you much either, so goodbye. I assume the Republic's got agents outside to extend even more of this fine protection. I'll be sure to let them know you did a perfectly adequate job for a nitwit. She really wanted to shoot him. But useful for the Republic, so letting him live, even though he was a douche nozzle. Anyhow, I actually was not really planning to stream tonight. Like, I've been having an awful time at work. I've been exhausted constantly because of it. But then I remembered Trans Day of Visibility, and yeah, I'm technically a day late because I always play on Thursdays super early in the morning. But I wanted to at least give people an opportunity to ask questions if they needed to or wanted to. You know, I am watching the chat as long as the chat is actually updating on my phone. I think it is. I'll pop over to the actual Twitch feed thing to see if there's any comments here in a couple, but yeah, I just wanted to give people the opportunity to talk to a trans gamer, see if there was anything they wanted to know. And you know, it's always fun to play my little Smuggler, who, by the way, her name is not technically the way that a Twi'lek name should be. Wasn't really thinking about it a ton when I made her. Obviously, I'm not actually role-playing these characters, so I don't need to go as much into the minutiae as I normally do. Anyhow, back to the discussion of things like transphobia, homophobia, etc. in MMOs. I will say WoW was one of the worst for it, but again, Star Wars: The Old Republic certainly has its share. You know, the one game that I never saw it in at all from any of the player base? WildStar. I really missed that game, mostly because it had such an amazing player base, and also it had the absolutely amazing housing system that was just so cool. I still, the first Twitch video I ever made, which sadly has been removed and is not available anymore, was me giving a tour of the setup of one of my places, which was like a 4-story tall medical lab / torture chamber, kind of, because it was very much a ends justify the means type character, but it was just so cool the way it was set up, and I was really proud. It had taken me hours and a lot of doing math, which, for anyone who knows me, you know, if I'm doing math, I am obviously very passionate about that, because I do not like math. I do not want to do it if I can avoid it. Okay. So this opened up another thing. Okay, so we have to destroy some guns. Oh, is that it? Okay. Oh, this won't be bad. Come on. What? Oh, they've got cover. Fine. Shoot you this way. But yeah, I don't know. Star Wars, some parts of it are really great about that, but a lot of times the community is not as welcoming and friendly as it could be. At the same time, I've met some absolutely amazing people through Star Wars. Not gonna name names because I don't know how much they want their popularity to soar, and they're not on this server anyway. I make it a point to only play on a server that I don't have anybody else on. Okay. Alright, so there's the gun. Wait. Help. Okay, so there they come.
You're alright.
And of course they're going to get that other group to join them. Thank you. Good thing I waited until I had Corso for this part. Much as he's not healing me, he's too busy shooting crap. That is one issue you'll run into a lot with companions, is they will decide they don't need to heal you, they're going to shoot things. Okay. Oh, okay. Those are Republic troopers that are there. Whew. Talk about a heart attack. Alright. So, back out of here now that we've done that. We'll return to the captain later. Alright, now that we're back here, what's next? A lot of long hallways, that's what's next. Okay. So, I really have no idea. What else might be of interest? I mean, my experiences in the gaming community as a trans person have been fairly atypical, mostly because I tended, and still do tend, to connect to a community and come across as a cis man until I feel more comfortable and like the community can be trusted with the fact that I am trans, which to me seems like just good practice regardless. I don't have much choice about that when I'm doing like work because, you know, a lot of jobs insist on using your legal name, and I haven't gotten mine changed yet. I am visibly trans if you see more than, you know, shoulders up, so that makes it harder to be what they call stealth. Not that I ever intend to go fully stealth, but it'd be nice if I could be stealth at work, you know. For the moment, though, we're just doing what we can. I am getting closer to my surgery goal, and hopefully I will have to take a break from streaming for a week or two in a few months while I recover from surgery. That's the hope. Okay. But if I can, I'll go ahead and stream during that, though I'm far more concerned about getting back to work than I am to streaming, because I was largely raised to feel that like so many people, I was largely raised to feel that my self-worth is dependent on my production abilities in a capitalist society. I'm still working on the fact that I have value outside of what I can produce. At the same time, I am really good at my job, and it does help with self-esteem issues because, you know, people who have been dealing with an issue for days and days and days, and they've talked to multiple other tech support agents, and they're still having the issue, so they're very frustrated. And then, you know, I just happen to have come across that problem a day or two before, and so I can fix it in about 10 minutes, and then they think that I'm some sort of tech genius. I most certainly am not a tech genius, but it's a nice feeling when people think you are. What I am is someone who just chances to regularly remember when I came across a problem, or when I spotted a knowledge article that says, okay, here's how you fix this, or even just doing Dr. Google, and knowing how to search for things. That is so much of my job, is just going, okay, let's do... What is this? Oh, I don't want to use that. No. Not right now. Do I need to be up here? I don't think I do. But I do need to kill arms dealers. I do need to. Okay, so these arms dealers are my bonus quests, so I'm going to kill them, even if otherwise I wouldn't be. They're the ones who are pulling me out of my cover, which is annoying. They also take a heck of a lot of damage. Where'd you guys come from? Okay, we'll kill you too. Oh, He's so happy he got to use Torchy. Of course, on that gun is so weird. I'm just saying, it's weird. You should not be that attached in a pretty obviously not necessarily platonic sense to your weapon. Just saying. Okay. Alright, so. Give me just a moment. Alright, so we have now reached the Rendezvous Point. I think. Maybe? Rendezvous Point there or there? Okay. I think it's over there. Behind the arms together. He does heal sometimes. He just gets distracted by wanting to use Torchy, which is why pretty much as soon as I'm given the opportunity, I'll be finding a different companion. But I'm not going to use... Here we go. Here's the...
You worthless criminal vermin. How dare you invade my fortress and murder my courageous brothers in arms?
Your pal Skavik stole my freighter. I want it back.
There's no ship here for you. Only death. You are guilty of crimes against the oppressed people aboard Mantell. The sentence is death. Memorize our faces well, you criminal filth, for we are your righteous executioners.
Oh, just shoot
you have
his
any
ass.
last words, degenerate swine?
There's no reason we can't cut a deal here.
I don't negotiate with corrupt dogs. I exterminate them. Let justice be served.
Okay, you're gonna die though. You and all your friends. Except for Morant, who's gonna get smart apparently. He wants to talk.
I surrender! I surrender! Please! I don't want to die! I know why you're here, and you're wasting your time!
I'm here to Skavik and my starship. Where are they?
Skavik is long gone. He left here hours ago. Derek was stupid to fight you. He got everyone killed, when he should have just told you the truth. Skavik showed up a few hours ago to deliver the guns, but it was all a trick. He pretended to be on our side so he could steal some rusty antique droid from Derek.
Skavik came here to steal a droid?
Some worthless pile of scrap that had been in Derek's family for generations. That droid was ancient. It's practically useless. But Skavik grabbed it like some big treasure and blasted his way out. He left in your ship. I don't know where he went, but I can guess who does. Skavik has a girl at Fort Garnick named Cyrena.
Serena just made my hit list.
She deserves it. She tried to get you killed. It was Cyrena who warned us you were coming. You want to find out where Skavik went? Cyrena's the one who knows. Please, let me go. I have a family back on the mainland. Please.
Separatist scum killed my family, and I promised myself I'd bury every last one of you.
I've only been here a few months. I didn't kill anyone's family. I only ever followed orders.
Then I order you to die.
Are you sure about this, Corso? Because the man seems sincere.
Sincerity has nothing to do with it. Every one of these motherless scum deserves death. I can't just let him go home and pretend like nothing ever happened.
He could be useful if he switches sides.
Please, I swear to you, I'll never serve a man like Derek again. I'll just go home and take care of my family.
Get out of here before I change my mind.
Thank you.
Come on, Captain. We need to have a little heart-to-heart with Serena.
Practicality. You know, it's always good to choose someone, let them live because they could be useful. So, now, how far back did we get? Hey, we got all the way to the front door. So, we need to return. Okay, so we actually need to just go straight on back to... Where are they? I could have sworn I set that up. Okay. 1 moment. Let's see, I want... That was not what I meant. I didn't want that. Abilities, not activities. There's a difference. Okay, so general. This is the one I want. Quick travel. We'll go ahead and toss the fleet pass on here. And we haven't added a mount yet, but we could. We're not gonna right now though. Okay. So Fort Garnick. Quick travel back to Fort Garnick. I need to figure out how long I should wait before I actually start talking on these streams, by the way, because it always cuts out the first couple things I say, like the first sentence or two. I need to figure out why, or at least how to not have it do that. Okay, so first, before we go, this guy's gonna gripe at us because we didn't kill that dude like he wanted us to.
Word is you secured the landing area. Good work. War's never pretty, but I want you to know you're a real hero. It's important to remember we're fighting for peace on Lord Mantell.
And credits. Don't forget credits.
You earned them. Thank you for your efforts. Hopefully this fight's almost done.
Okay, so that was a different person than I thought it was. It's Milo who's gonna gripe, probably. I think he's up here. Oh, never mind, it's this guy. This guy likes us. He's happy that we didn't kill the dude.
Oh, if it isn't the hero of the day. My agents picked him up outside the Separatist base. He's already told us enough to crush the life out of this rebellion once and for all. Good work.
I'm not here to chat. You promised me credits.
I guess we all have our priorities, but don't worry, I won't hold out on you. Here's your pay, and again, good work.
Okay. So, we got some new gear. Also, my inventory management is awful. Oh, heck no, I'm not giving a courting gift to Corso. Or any gift, really. Not if I can help it. Corso gets enough of those kind of ideas in his head without help. It's more side grade than a... Yeah, I mean, mastery's always good, but nah, I'll stick with what I got. Oh, hey, while I'm thinking about it, see if it'll let us put this on Corso yet. Nope, cannot modify. He must not be officially our companion yet. That must be what it is. Oh, Sirena.
I can't believe you front-feeding, sweetheart. So what if he caught you talking to separatists?
He threatened to turn me into Rogan the Butcher. I had to kill him. Besides, now we can finally be together.
Yeah. And the thing is, my cargo hold is full and, yeah, I'm busy with work. I'll call you sometime now. I promise.
What are you talking about? You promised to get me out of here. I've done everything for you, Scott.
You did it for the money. Same as me. The only difference is, you're not actually getting paid. I'll see you right, darling.
Captain, I didn't see you come in. It's wonderful you're still alive. How long have you been back? Your friends in the secret base ratted you out. You should have known those half-wits wouldn't kill you. No use pretending, then. Skavik used me just like he did everyone else. That man could charm the armor off a Mandalorian. Rogan the Butcher's bounty hunters are on their way right now. You don't want to be here when they arrive. Skavik took your ship and the guns to Coruscant. If you go now, he won't know you're coming for him. I still have plenty of time to kill you before I go. Every second you waste threatening me lets Rogan's bounty hunters get closer. Am I really worth it? The Separatists are retreating from this island, thanks to you. And the Republic just reopened the shuttle port. I'll give you a shuttle pass to Coruscant if you let me disappear. Do we have a deal? I'll take that shuttle pass off your corpse.
You ladies sure can be vicious. Hope you don't ever expect me to shoot a woman.
If a woman was shooting at you, you wouldn't shoot back?
Self-defense is one thing. You backed Sirena into a corner. You probably think I'm some dumb farm boy, huh? Head full of old-fashioned ideas.
You have a lot to learn about women, Corso.
No doubt about that. Sorry if I overstepped myself, Captain. Poor old Vito. I wish he could hear what we did. Would have put a smile on his face. It's not healthy for us to stick around, Captain. I believe what Sirena said about bounty hunters coming. We don't know how long Skavik will stay on Coruscant either. Let's hop a shuttle and catch him while we can.
You're planning to tag along?
I'm not bailing on you now, Captain. Besides, my Torchy still needs rescuing. You left me some stuff. I expect you want me to share it with you. Let's head for the shuttle port. We'll be off this planet before you know it.
How much of that stuff is food, I wonder? Vito really liked food. Alright, so... should probably do that heroic before we head off the planet. But otherwise, we are done. Pretty much. There's a little bit that's going to happen when we head for the shuttle port. But yeah, this will be another case of completed, and next week, I guess we will start an Imperial Agent. But first... let's go ahead and take care of that. Oh, let's train while we're thinking about it. And you can see, I mean, most of these I'm ending up at about level 13 when I finish up. Sometimes a touch more if I do the heroic, but yeah. about level 13. If you've got the subscriber bonus going on, I'm not using any of the boost items that I can use.
Greetings. You are cleared for the following travel routes.
Okay,
Be safe out there.
I guess it's not far enough to need to fly. Yes, I still choose to jump off things regularly. This is out on that little island, if I remember right. We're just gonna jog past these separatists. Kinda wish I had gone with the other version of the Smuggler, which is more sneaky, not shooty, because then I could do my favorite form of the... Well, no, I'm going to be using the same form for... Okay. I just really like playing the sniper form of the Imperial Agent, so I'm really looking forward to getting to do that again. There's so much going on with that class. I just adore them. The storyline is just superb. Can't wait to show it to you guys. But I mean, I'm not gonna spoil it too much, but it's probably the best written storyline of the Star Wars, the Old Republic storylines, and it's just so good. Not that the other ones don't have their merits, believe me, they do. But it all pales. Like, I probably wouldn't have gotten into this game as much as I did if I hadn't chosen as my first character a Imperial Agent. But we'll get there. I'm gonna show you guys. That'll be next week that we start that. You'll love it. Okay, so we are coming into a heroic zone. Yay! Haven't quite hit the spot with the... There they are. What's that? Okay, that's an elite. I'm not gonna mess with him. I need to get past these guys. Savrips everywhere. Hop. Hop. Okay. Hey, there's the security droid.
Protocol failure. Cannot complete mission. Cannot complete shipment delivery for an AM village. Protocol failure.
Are you the droid with the supply shipment?
I have the supplies. They are safe. Delivery failed due to protocol failure. Coordinates for destination unreadable. Attacked by species Sabrit, a hulking beast. Movement failure. However, shipment is intact. Item contraband drug known only as spice. Origin vessel. Destination Gizmail Dam or Mantel.
No, I'm not looking for spice. I'm looking for supplies.
This is the only shipment in my databank. One container of spice filed under village ready. This mission must be completed. Will you take the shipment to Gizmail Dam?
Yes, I'll take the shipment to Gizmo.
Good. Mission complete. Shut down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
She's a smuggler.
Can't let legalities interfere with the good of the people.
She doesn't care. And yeah, she knew exactly what it was. She knew it was spice. She doesn't care. She's a smuggler. Carrying things from one place to another, kinda her job. Alright. Oh, I'm glad we did that without actually running into any trouble, because I just realized I don't have Corso. He disappeared when he was heading to go to the shuttle port to wait for me. So, good thing that I just kind of skipped past all of the bad guys. Not that it's hard if you know what you're doing. I mean, jumping past bad guys is kind of just something you learn how to do as you... Oh, now! Now you show up. Maybe he was there all along and I just didn't notice him. It could happen. I make no bones about the fact that I am an idiot. Okay. Shuttle port is over here. So once we get on the shuttle heading for... oh, crud. Is there a quest I missed? What is this one? Oh, the Daily Hero. I'm not worried about the Daily Heroics. I've been skipping those on every planet.
How much longer you got? One more week and I'm back to Coruscant for officer evals. I think they posted me here just to taunt me. I'll still take guard duty over patrols any day. No joke. Comes to standing here for 18 hours straight or walking that road to Oregon one more time. No thanks.
18-hour guard shift. That is rough. I used to do the 14-hour overnight shift for my job for tech support, and I actually enjoyed it, but that's not 18 hours. Plus, I got to get up and go to the bathroom and stop and eat and things like that. Mon Calamari and, I never remember that race. Now this is what I call service. We step off the shuttle and the bounty we're here to collect is already waiting. Perfect.
I'm sick of being cooped up on starships, Zoru. I want to run around and shoot things for a while.
Easy, Kindon. Greetings, gentle being captain. We are here on behalf of Rogan the Butcher. It seems he'd like a word with you.
I'll be sure to call Rogan sometime. Tell him I said hello.
I think he'd prefer to chat sooner rather than later. You know how impatient gangsters can be. Please don't make this difficult. We get a substantial bonus if we bring you in alive. Come along quietly.
You guys want a thief named Scott, not me.
You can explain everything to Rogan when you see him. I'm sure he'll take your story into consideration before passing judgment. We're going to carbon freeze you now, alright? I promise it won't hurt much, and it really is the safest way to travel.
Sorry, I only travel first class.
Very well. She's all yours, Kindon. You really should have surrendered, Captain.
But I'm glad you didn't.
We are going to blast Kindon first because he's the easier target. As I always explain in my things, we always try to go for the We always try to go for the non-elites first, because they go down easier. Shame. I kinda actually like Zoru. Alright. Whoops. Apparently I gotta go. back out. That can't be right. Oh, okay. I went to the wrong shuttle. Thing is, it was the one I had to go to, because certain things are a little railroady in this game. It's okay. We got the right one this time. Alright, once I'm on the shuttle, I will be ending the stream. I guess happy day after Trans Day of Visibility. If you know anyone who is transgender, binary, or gender fluid, non-binary, anything of that, even if they're questioning, if they're not certain, feel free to send them my way. I will happily help them out at any point. Alright, so that got us the achievement Chasing Skavik. And here we go, away to the fleet. From here we'll be able to start the next phase, which will get us to Coruscant, but we're not going to do that yet because we're going to, of course, as always, get the new character created and go on from there. Trying to think if there's anything else that we should discuss before we go any further. Partially, I am in this tab instead of the main tab because I have discovered that the YouTube will block any known music, recognized music, and of course the Star Wars theme songs are very recognizable. So I just put this on mute so that I don't have to worry about that by switching over to the main tab. For anyone, by the way, who is worried about our lovely feline guest who normally is over my shoulder, she is just fine. She's just over in the chair, resting there instead of resting on me. Alright, well, I think we're going to call it for the night. I do want to thank everyone who joined us, and I hope that everyone had a beautiful whole week, and I will see you next week.